We've been working really hard. We do whatever we can with whatever we have to help our community in Asheboro. We're in a rural area. We didn't have anything 3 years ago. Now we have a community. We have a safe space. We have a community living room where community could come and have a coffee, piece of bread, a cookie, have something to eat, watch TV, charge their phone, whatever they need to do. We're building a community now in Asheboro, which is really good.
Hello and welcome to Power Beyond Pride, a queer change-making podcast, bringing you voices and ideas from across our fierce and fabulous spectrum to transform our world. Hello, I am Mattie, your hostess of the Mostest.
And I'm Lukas, and I am a lifelong activist, a harm reduction activist. I'm the owner of A Great Idea, and I'm so excited to be in community with change makers from across the nation. And today, a change maker who's based here in North Carolina, where both Mattie and I are. So we're excited. In this episode, we're talking to the beautiful Tania Jimenez, Executive Director of Asheboro Latinx Services, a trans leader of national stature from Mexico, an impressive model of inclusion and belonging for the Latinx community. Very excited. Thank you so much and welcome, Tania, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for being here. Sorry, my throat hurts. Allergies been killing me. I've been 20 years in Asheville. I've been 20 years in North Carolina. I have never had allergies. My first year that I've been getting allergies, and it's just been killing. But thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for the invitation. Really appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Always. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's that pine pollen right there in Asheboro because it's getting me too this year, I promise you. But Tania, let me run over just a little bit real quick about you. I'm going to do a little bit of background, and then I want to ask you a few questions. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So Tania started her advocacy work for the LGBTQ plus community 7 years back in San Francisco and continues to be a crusader for older adults, women, mothers, and youth from the immigrant community. She has been passionately advocating for the transgender community and is currently raising funds to support her trans friend, Alyssa, who is being detained in a detention center in New Orleans. And I definitely want to say, first off, my prayers and concerns go out to Alyssa. So I definitely want to say that. And what's going on? Can you give us some more information about that?
Sure. Her name is Arelis, and she's in a detention center, and she's another trans led nationwide. She was awarded with the Kennedy's Award back in, I think it was last summer. She's an amazing work. She's one of our board members for Asheville Latinx Services. And she's like my sister. We're not like blood sister, but we're like sister within the fight. And she's being detained. Before this new administration, she just was going to the immigration and just signed and they will let her go. But now with this new administration, since this administration started, the first time they stopped her only for a day, but now she's been stopped. She's been there for a month and a half. She's going to be 2 months that she's been there. Hopefully she's going to come out this month. Hopefully she does. And we're just praying for her. And, we can't wait to see him out. But she's having a hard time right now. She's having a hard time being there. And we've been visiting another sisters at the detention center. I'm on my way to Houston tomorrow, and I'm gonna go see her on that detention center. She's in Louisiana, New Orleans, South Louisiana, and I'm gonna be there on the weekend visiting her again. And I am sad and excited at the same time.
I think, like Mattie said, our thoughts are with you. Our thoughts are with friends and so many community members who have been impacted by the change of legislation, the aggressive just processes that have been there. Is there anything, first of all, that we can do to support your efforts or anything there you would want to share, especially in this urgent moment?
In our Facebook page, we have a GoFundMe going on in case someone wants to support her. So definitely that'll be the best way to support her financially because she needs money, because she needs to pay her rent. So that way her son won't get it out of her house. So she needs to pay rent, bills, and everything because she haven't been working for like almost 2 months. So bills get behind and everything. So that's the only support she needs. I'm glad she has about a team of 10 lawyers helping her out. So they're doing an amazing job. So financial, that's the only support she needs.
And what is your Facebook page?
You guys go to Asheboro Latinx Services and they'll find the link in there.
So in this present political space, like the fear among immigrant, non-documented, transgender, and queer communities, it's just palpable. Obviously, the story you shared, many individuals I'm in community with, and many of us are in community with, we're hearing a lot of fear, a lot of trepidation, a lot of feeling, right? How are you working with the community to create a space where they have access to information? and know about their rights as well as taking care of their mental health?
It's been hard. Being a trans woman is already hard. Being a trans woman immigrant is even harder with the not having a social security, especially in rural areas like Asheboro, is being very, very difficult. A lot of our sister has to do sex work because they don't get the opportunity to get a job. So it's been really tough. Though we've been doing a lot of Know Your Rights workshop. We work together with the Hispanic Federation. I don't know if you guys heard of Hispanic Federation. Hispanic Federation is a huge organization that helps not just in the state, but also nationwide. They're based in New York, and they're amazing. They're one of our top supporters with actual Latinx services. We work along with them. Also with Siembra here in North Carolina. Siembra is another big organization for the Latinx community, as well as Equality and C. Equality and C, we also work together with Equality and C here in North Carolina as well. So we work together with so many organizations around the state that they help us and they provide us Know Your Right workshops. We also work with Carolina Migrant Network in Charlotte that they help us with lawyers and other stuff. We've been already filing last year and beginning of this year, we have about 14 cases that have been filing for political asylum. 6 of them, they already have their work permit. So we're really glad that we already have helped around 6 sisters from the community have their permit. And there's still some of them, they have appointments to go to the fingerprints. So we're working with whatever we can. We're working by providing this information, resources, services. Plus, we have another lawyer in case if they get stopped, one of our sisters, especially trans women, they get stopped by immigration, they could call us and we have a lawyer that can help them out to get it out as soon as possible. So we're working really hard. And I don't know if you guys know, but HB 10 is already being effective in North Carolina, which sheriff is working together with immigration. That's like another barrier besides what we have our daily basis. So we're working hard. We're fighting with all these anti-LGBT bills. They're getting out there and we're just fighting back. We're just fighting back and working hard and just be resilient in this state because it's our home.
That is true. That is true. And I want to say first off, that's invaluable information. And so just to be fully clear, so they can come to your offices or go to your website and be able to find all this information for help.
Yes, they could go to Asheboro Latinx Services on Facebook. We're really, really active on our social media, especially Facebook. They could go to Facebook. They could send me a message. And I myself personally am going to be responding to that message. And in case if they have an emergency or they need any kind of support, they could call us. We're based in Asheboro, but we're everywhere. Like even if they're like 2-3 hours, we need to drive and get there, we'll get there.
Okay. And like I said before, I'm from Asheboro, so I love to see that you're working in our community and doing things. But I would say it's been a while since I've been back. So how is the temperature at Asheboro? Like, how are the law enforcement? How are people? How the culture itself in Asheboro? Is it welcoming?
With the Latinx community, it's really good. We're working really well with the Latinx community here in Asheboro. We've been working 3 years. Asheboro Latinx opened about 3 years ago. I'm the head director and the founder of Asheboro Latinx Services. And we've been working really hard. We do whatever we can with whatever we have to help our community in Asheboro. Like I said, we're in a rural area. We didn't have anything 3 years ago. Now we have a community. We have a safe space. We have a community living room where community could come and have a coffee, piece of bread, a cookie, have something to eat, watch TV, charge their phone, whatever they need to do. We have karaoke on the weekend. We have Sundays. We have meetings on Sundays, 3 p.m. So we have a community. We're building a community now in Asheboro, which is really good, an LGBT community.
And that's really powerful. I love you sharing that, Tania, because you mentioned that you were in San Francisco prior, that you certainly experienced a lot of different environments.
The reason I moved to San Francisco in 2017 was because the same bill that they proposed about the bathroom bill, where transgender women couldn't use the bathroom, females. So that was one of the reasons that I moved to San Francisco, because I've been in Asheville since 2004, and then I moved 2017. But that helped me out because I empowered myself in San Francisco. I went to San Francisco without having nowhere to live, without having a home, without having a job. I got a job. When I got there, I got all my surgeries done. I already got my bottom surgery, facial feminization. I got everything done in San Francisco. I empowered myself. And I become helping volunteering trans organizations, Latinx organizations in San Francisco. And I became the co-director for a really well-known organization in San Francisco called Ela para Latina, which is the only trans organization in the Bay Area and in the north of California. And I was the co-director of the organization. And I started as a volunteer, and I never did this job before, like never in my life. I was working in factory in North Carolina. I was working in factory, furniture, anything, but not working with the LGBT community or anything that has to do with the nonprofit. Now I know everything with the nonprofit world. Like I love it. This is my passion. This is me. I love helping my community and empower my community. We have a lot of empowerment programs in Asheboro Latinx Services. Everything we're alone in San Francisco, I brought it to the rural area. So now we empower Latinx community as well. Because a lot of the girls, they don't know how to use an email. I didn't know how to use an email 7 years ago. I didn't know how to use a computer 7 years ago. I didn't even know how to use Zoom 7 years ago. Now I know. So now I'm teaching my other sister the same tool that I was using so they can empower themselves as well.
Now, I was going to say that goes right back to reach one, teach one. So I love that. Like when you get something, you always reach back and teach it back to other people. So I love that. I love that.
I was really curious, and as somebody who grew up in rural Midwest, and Mattie here grew up in the same town, like I always think of queer culture very different, right? Like I think in big cities, you experience a very different queer culture. Like for people who may not understand sometimes the closeness or difference because they're like, well, queer people, always kind of move to the big cities. So you got to experience San Francisco and certainly there demonstrated so much leadership and gained some different skills and different things in that process. Coming back to the rural parts of North Carolina, how do you look at community building? Like if you were trying to explain this to people who wouldn't understand it, maybe who live in bigger cities, how vibrant and vital it is.
To me, a lot of people will, when I told my friend in San Francisco, I'm going back home. I'm going back home and I'm going to open an organization for my community. He said, what are you going to be doing in Asheboro? There's nothing in Asheboro. Yep, in Asheboro, there's community in Asheboro. And they're surprised what we've been doing in Asheboro. Like everybody knows, not just on the state, but they know it's nationwide. 'Cause I'm not just a trans Latina just working with my community in Asheboro, but I'm also working nationwide. I'm really know in New York. I really know because we work with organizations in New York. We work with the Trans Latina Coalition, which is one of the biggest organizations in the world. Trans Latina Coalition with Bambi Salcedo. We work together with Bambi Salcedo. Cecilia, who died about a year ago, we work together with Cecilia as well. She knows me. She invited me to so many workshops. We're working with a lot of organizations. Ariana said it in Florida. We're working together with it. Ariana was one of the first trans Latinx organizations who came over to North Carolina when I was here. Tania, you were there. I'm going to support you. She came over and support the Latinx community. And we work with Elia from FLAS. Elia, she's 30 years with the organization. Not 10, not 20, 30 years working with the Latinx. She's a pioneer working with the trans community. We work with them as well. In fact, she's one of our physical sponsors. She's our physical sponsor right now, Elia Chino, in Casa Andrea in Texas. So we work nationwide. We don't just work with that. So they know us. We just went to New York. We got an award for trans visibility this weekend. We were in New York. I took 5 people, 5 community to New York, and I've been taken to Texas. I've been taken to California for a conference because I want my people to know what's out there, not just being here. And I don't like to take my staff to conference. I like to take community because they're the one who need to know what's going on, and then the one who's going to be sharing that information with other communities. So that's what I've been doing as a executive director in Asheboro.
Tanya, that is wonderful and beautiful. I definitely want to take a quick pause right there because we do have to go to break. But when we come back, I want to continue talking about how you are nationwide, not just located here. When we come back from our break, we'll definitely jump on and continue talking about that. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Power Beyond Pride. I'm your co-host, Shane Lukas, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Mattie. And we are in conversation with the beautiful trans leader, Tania Jimenez. Now, you are planning, Tania, or you're on the planning committee of a nationwide conference on LGBTQ plus health in Vegas coming up this year. Would you tell us a little bit more about the conference, but also as you've grown as a leader, like how you see this sort of national footprint that you're making?
Sure. let me correct a little bit. I'm not in the planning committee at this conference right now, but I was planning committee in the conference in San Francisco for the Trans March and also for San Francisco Pride. I was one of the trans committee in San Francisco. That's how I got a lot of experience. But in this conference that is coming up in Vegas, April 28th, is NALA, a national it's Latinx conference of HIV. They invite me to be part of the grand opening of this conference. And I'm going to be representing the trans Latinx in the South. And it's going to be Estrella from Georgia, Alana. And then it's going to be Ariana from Florida. And I'm going to be representing North Carolina. So I'm really excited because we're going to be three trans Latinx women and trans men. So we're going to be four of them. So I'm excited with this conference. They invite me to open this conference, and I'm excited. Last year when I went down there, we offer a workshop. We did an amazing workshop. We talk about empoderades. They will love it. And now this year they invite me to open the conference. So I'm excited too. It's a big theater. It's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of community, and I can't wait. And also the 26th of April, I'm gonna be in San Diego with another organization in San Diego called Proyecto Translatina from San Diego. I'm one of the queens there, so I'm gonna be representing as well North Carolina in San Diego on the 26th, and then the 28th I'll be in Vegas, and then May 28th from the 1st of June we're gonna be in Puerto Rico, also working with another organization in Puerto Rico as well. So we're busy. I love to go to conference. I love going to conference. That's how I got to know nationwide because I go to different conferences, not just on the state, but on the whole country. So I love going to conference. I love meet people. I love talking to my community. I just love making new partners as well.
Being a person of color and being in that trans community myself, I tend to stay busy doing a lot of stuff. So I love to see that you're busy and out there working. So I do say also get some rest. Don't overdo it. Don't overpush yourself, Tanya. I need you to stay just as fabulous, healthy, and gorgeous. Okay.
Oh no, trust me, I do take my vacation. I do take my time off. I'm gonna be taking like 2 weeks off from that after the 28th, probably to the 20th of May. I'll be taking some break. I do take my breaks. I do take on myself. I love healing. We're gonna have a healing retreat for the trans community as well. I love taking care of my stuff. I love taking care of myself. That's what I always say. Today we're gonna take a day off. We're gonna go to the spa. We're gonna get our nails done. We're gonna get a massage. And I love doing that to my staff, not just my participant, but my staff. I love taking care of my staff. And the way I like to take care of myself, I like to take care of them. Because if they're good, they're going to be doing an amazing job. And that's something that I really love and that I'll always encourage. Because where I used to work in San Francisco, they always taking care of ourselves. They always take us to retreat. They always take us to healing retreats, to conference. Oh, let's take the day off. We're going to be working from home. We're going to be doing this. So I do the same thing here. I try to bring the same thing, take care of our people. So
Yeah.
I take care of myself.
What's the one big treat that you give yourself? What's the one thing you do to kind of to celebrate yourself?
I stay home. I think when I stay home and when I'm just watching TV, just laying down in the living room, naked, because I love being naked, just being naked at home, just watching TV, just relaxing. That's something that I celebrate myself because I don't really get to be home that much. So when I get to be home, I like to be at home, just staying home, not going nowhere. And I also do a lot of ancestral rituals. I've done ayahuasca before. I done it like 4 or 5 times. I love to do all that kind of meditation, taking care of myself. So I love that.
Okay. Let me ask this quick question real quick because I noticed earlier that you mentioned other community leaders and people that have shaped your life, like Cecilia Gentili, correctly?
Yeah,
I'm
you tell
horrible with that. Okay. So my question, I guess, with that would be is who has inspired you? Like, where do you get inspiration from?
Where do I get inspiration from? Well, of course, Lorena Borjas, one of the pioneers, did a lot of work, especially with immigrant people in New York. Cecilia Gentel, one of them. Silvia Rivera. Silvia Rivera is on the wall. But I think I get inspiration from my own community. When I see people, when I see that they wanted to get something done, when they like when I do events and when I see the events that all my community came and arrived and had so much fun, that inspired me. That the time that you're doing right, you're working hard for your community. Those are the things that inspire me. It makes me, I don't know, I feel like I get a lot of energies and everything. And I want to keep feeling a grant and give more money so I could take people to more conference, so I could take people to more events. That's what inspired me. My community inspired me, my own community.
I think that's so powerful. And I love that and again, the love for Lorena Borjas, the love for City Gentili, so
Lorena
many of these.
I mean, she was amazing. Kobe took Lorena Borjas and Cecilia Gintel, she was gone last year. It was just a really sad loss for our trans community. But it still keep us fighting. Whatever all the work that they done, it give us encouragement to keep doing the same thing for our community.
And all the people you mentioned around you that are just in their courage and their spirit, really coming to the table and bringing themselves, that's just powerful. I'm curious in your own journey, Tania, if you could share kind of where, as you think back to, your young self, like a point where you feel like you were able to think about your own courage in a way that was like, I want to live in this world in my truth, and I'm going to live in my world in this way. Was there any turning point or place that you were like, this is where I know I need to be? Did that, like, with anything you want to share?
Back, like you say, back to my story, like back to me. I was born in Mexico, like I said. I was born in Guerrero, Mexico. And then my parents brought us here. I was 12 years old, 1996. We crossed the border. We were immigrant, of course. And, my parents didn't have any money. We were like all living in one single room, like 7 people living in one room. Back then, paying like $700 a month for the room in California. In 1996, I went to school in California, Anaheim, California, Orange County, Boyd Junior High, Loara High School. I went to high school. I had to get out of high school before graduating. I didn't graduate because I was helping my parents to work and able to survive. So I couldn't keep stay in school. Plus, I didn't like school. Besides that, I didn't like school, so which was good.
Who
I rather
actually
work.
likes school? Let's be honest.
I know. I regret, though. I regret it now. I regret it. I regret it because if I done so many things without a high school diploma and without the studying, I could have done so much more if I would have been better prepared. I could have done so much more. But I always say, no, times, no, God says always times are right for the rights. Everything is at the right time. So, and then in 2004, I moved to North Carolina. I met a boyfriend and I just got in love with him. And he's the one who brought me to North Carolina. And I think it was destiny to come to North Carolina. I've been here 20 years since 2004. I love North Carolina. I went back to San Francisco. I went back to LA. I go a lot to LA. But I don't see myself living in a big city anymore. I don't like the big city. I don't even like Greensboro. Greensboro to me is a big city already. I like Asheboro, small city, small town. Like, I don't like big cities. When I went to New York, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get back home because I don't like the traffic. I was living like 4 years in San Francisco. I hated it for years. Like, I hated it. And like, I can't wait to get back home. Now that I'm home, I don't see myself living any other than Asheboro. I love Asheboro. So that's a little bit of myself. Eh, back in I didn't see myself working in this in advocacy or leadership that whatever I'm doing right now. I mean, God just put me there, and I think it was destiny. Now that I'm here, I love it. I mean, but I wasn't like oh, one day I want to be a child leader or I want to be. No, it just was just meant to be. I mean, I just found what I really love, and I do it with a lot of love, with a lot of passion, and I'm gonna keep doing it till the day I die. I believe till whenever God wanna take me, I'm gonna keep working for my community, keep fighting with my community.
That is so powerful and so inspiring, Tania. And we're going to take a short break. But when we come back, I know both of us want to hear more about how faith plays a role in your work. I think is really exciting how our communities can really think about the way they're having conversations around the Latinx communities. And we have a special speed round of questions that are pretty fun.
Welcome back to Power Beyond Pride. We were having an interesting conversation over the break, and I want to go back and touch bases on that conversation a little bit, Tania. So, what do you see that needs to happen or change, or what are some things that can happen in Asheboro and different rural communities to make it more inclusive, to make it a better place for trans and the LGBTQ plus community?
I think we need to start educating more, like the people. I think we need more education, especially like work areas. We need opportunity. Trans people, LGBT community, we're smart. We could do a lot of things. We could do a lot of things. So I think opportunity is one of the main things that we need. And as well, respect, of course, respect, a lot of respect for our community. That's another thing that we need. And if they give us the opportunity, they'll know what we're capable to do in Asheboro. We could do a lot of things. And one thing that I would love to see in Asheboro is a pride. I would love to see a pride celebration in Asheboro. That's one of my goals that I really working really hard. And I wanted to see a pride, though I'm scared to be honest. I'm scared to do one. I have the experience and everything, but I'm scared. I'm afraid to do it because I don't want to put in danger my community, especially because it's so rural. So that's why I haven't organized one of them. There was a lot of protests going on, and they asked me, Tanya, are you gonna do one? Right now, what's going on about like month ago? I said no. Actually, Latinos not gonna do any protests because to me, it's more important taking care of my people than put it in danger. So we're not gonna do any protests. And so we didn't did anything. But I would love to see an Ashray Pride. I would love to see a Pride celebration. It would be amazing. Though we're gonna be doing one, we're gonna have our own sweet 16 quinceañera. She's a trans woman. She's gonna turn 52, and we're gonna be celebrating her life. She's gonna be wearing a beautiful princess dress, and we have a beautiful venue that we have, and it's gonna be on June 28th. So all my people, LGBT community, we're gonna be celebrating Pride very privately, but we're gonna be celebrating Pride.
What you shared about pride is really powerful, and something that I wanted to ask you, because I know, coming from rural communities, and Mattie and I both come from rural communities, we know how powerful faith communities are within those rural areas. And you mentioned the importance of communities and community support to do things like pride. What ways can we sort of involve faith communities? Have you found pathways to bring faith communities into the conversation, to be supportive, to find ways to be supportive, or to change some of the conversation to be less transphobic, to find ways to create more inclusive space?
To be honest, it's really hard. So the way I've been doing it, I start going to the school board meetings, and I've been going to the city council meetings so they can know me. So political side know me. And I also be talking to the police department, sheriff department. So I've been getting that way. I've been heading my way, driving that way. Just because once you get it to them, I know it's easy to step down and go with, because there's a lot of religion, like you said, in North Carolina, to go that way. So they respect me in North Carolina. I haven't had anything bad to me going on, like unrespect or something in any of the meetings that I've been. So that's really grateful. Uh, but when we had something, we were doing some school board meetings, and we were going to work together with the Asheboro High School. But I think this is my own opinion that when they found out that I was a trans, they stepped back to work together. So it's still, it's like I said, it's still we need more education. We need to know more. It's a rural area, so I understand that it's gonna be a little bit hard to get to the community the way we wanted it to. It's gonna take some time, but at least we're getting that way. We step in that pathway.
So I do want to switch roles, switch gears for just a quick minute and get a little personal. So I would say, since you've transitioned, what do you find more interesting about your life, or maybe just a little bit more entertaining and less complicated?
It's been amazing before and after. It's been definitely, it changed my life. Like I said, vaginoplastic is not for all trans women. Not all trans women want vaginoplastic. Not all of them. But the ones they do wanted it, like myself, that was my dream. That's like I really wanted it to. Back then, my life was terrible. I couldn't look myself on a mirror before. I couldn't. I couldn't. And now my life changed. Now my life is different. I could be naked at the house if I wanted to. I could sleep naked at my house if I wanted to. And that's the way I do it. And I love it. And I love it. And it's so different now. My boyfriend it just changed. I'm the happiest person you could ever met as me. Now you met me. It just definitely changed my life. A lot of people say that once you have a plastic, You can have no orgasms. Yeah, you can. You still get orgasm. You still get it if you have the right person to do it. Of course you can.
Right.
Yes,
That
because
part right there.
it's like female cisgender females. 75% of them they never had a orgasm before, and they're cisgender female because they never have the right person to get there. You know what I mean? So, and it's the same thing with that transgender. It's the same thing. So to me, my life has changed. I love it. It's been since 25 years that I had it done. January 10, 2020. That's when I get it done 5 years ago. And I love it. I'm really happy, though I gained some weight, a lot of weight. I mean, that's the only bad thing that you gain weight. I gained a lot of weight, but I'm still happy. I don't care. I mean, I could do a diet.
I
So
love it.
Joy and
happy.
celebration. Just a joy, and I again everything you said, pure wisdom. I all about it. So it's I love it. So we've gotten to know you a little bit now, Tania, but we want to get to know you even better. So we are going to ask you a few questions as far as our speed round goes. So just first thing that comes to the top of your head here, we're just going to ask you questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
One song that you sing when nobody is around.
Oh, it's ancestral music. Ayahuasca. I love ayahuasca. Like I said, I done ayahuasca before. It's ancestral medications, and they have a lot of beautiful sounds. So I'm always singing those kind of songs. If I say one, no one's gonna know. Yeah, but ayahuasca song, I love that kind of music. It's just
Okay.
heal my inside, heal myself, and I just love it.
That's awesome.
Okay, I love that. We love healing. So the question too is, what's one quality you look for immediately in other people you want to get to know?
I always see the way they treat me, the way they see me, the way they treat me. That's something because a lot of people said they go by how they look, and this is not my case. So if I see someone and they treat me like nice, that's something that I don't know. I just love people when they treat me nice.
I mean, that's a great rule, right?
But a lot of people, they don't think like that. Said if you see a homeless, sometimes people, they don't treat homeless the same way they can treat another people, which is not. And that's what I don't like. I treat everybody the same. I don't care if they're homeless or they're not homeless. I used to work for the homeless community. So I really love the homeless community. I used to work for them. I used to be a volunteer for the homeless community. So I really like, if I see a homeless, and if I have something, I have money, I'll give it to them. And that's the way I like people to treat me when they see me, treat me nice. Like they don't care how I look.
Beautiful. Okay, so what's one thing, if you were to pick one word you want to be remembered for, what's a word you would be remembered for? What's a word that you say a lot that you think you would be remembered?
Like a fighter. I always fight. I'm always fighting. I'm always fighting.
Fighter. I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Fighter. So I think that goes back to your song. We might need to have Fighter by Christina Aguilera playing as we go out this evening. Okay, call this thing. So let me ask you this. What is one skill or talent that you have that most people don't know about?
That most people don't know about? Oh my God, what would it be? I don't know. Because a lot of people know everything what I do. I talk a lot. People knows I talk a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what's the one talent that people does not know. Oh, cooking. Cooking is another talent that I do cook. People, they think I don't know how to cook because I'm always like not home. But when I'm a cook and people don't know that I cook, they don't believe me I cook. I think cooking will be one talent that I have. I know how to cook.
Okay.
I love it. All right. Give me one 3 a.m. comfort food. It's 3 a.m. You're hungry. What do you get?
3 a.m. hungry. I'm gonna get a donut. I don't know. That's food for me. Donuts.
Donuts good. Donuts are good. It's
Donuts. It would have
anytime.
been something that I eat at 3 a.m. Anything that I just go open my fridge. Anything that I'll see, I'll eat at 3 in the morning. I don't care the time. But I think Waffle House will be one of the best things that I do at 3 in the morning. Waffle House.
Waffle
I
House.
go to Waffle House. I love Waffle House.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're in Asheboro, so we don't go to Waffle House. We go to the Awful Waffle, also known as the Golden Waffle. Okay.
We have Golden, but we have Waffle House in Asheboro now.
Yes, we do. We do, but Golden Waffle is always a staple. Either there or Huddle House or Waffle House.
No, I think Waffle House is my favorite.
Oh, now we've got to taste test both. I can see what this is. I see a follow-up podcast where Tania and Mattie go to two different Waffle Houses and we compare and contrast.
That's fine with me.
All into it.
All right, let me ask you. This is our last speed round question. Vacation-wise, beach or mountain?
Both of them. I love mountains and I love beach, but I think Pisces, Beaches, which is good. I love ocean. I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know. Maybe I go to Hawaii. There's mountain and there's beach.
Yes, you better combine the two together.
Puerto
Like, why
Rico is
must I choose?
amazing. I've been to Puerto Rico so many times and I love Puerto Rico. Oh God, the food, the people, oh, your beaches,
Yes.
everything is amazing.
Why must we choose? I absolutely, Tanya. I'm with you. Why must we choose? I love it. Thank you so much for taking time today. Where can people find out more about what you're doing? Handles for Latinx, for Asheboro Latinx. Where can people find out more?
Facebook. We're really active on Facebook. So you guys to follow us on Facebook. Asheboro Latinx Services on Facebook. Also Instagram. And our website, www.asheboro.lx.org. They can also find us there. But I think Facebook is something where we'll get like right away, we'll answer you back.
Okay. We would definitely be getting up on Facebook and contacting because, like I told you, I got to come see you. And I think I might be at that Kent Theater on June 28th. I don't know if Shane is covered, but I'm coming to my evening game.
I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go to.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. June 28th, our first trans quinceañera in North Carolina.
Yes. I cannot wait. Tanya, we want to thank you so much for coming on the show. We have enjoyed this conversation with you. The knowledge you have given. Oh, anytime.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it for taking the time. And it was great. Shane, thank you. Mattie, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm happy.
Yes, ma'am. We are happy as well. That is all the time that we have for this episode of Power Beyond Pride. We thank you also, audience, for listening, because if it wasn't for you listening, we would not have jobs to be doing it. So we thank you just as much. And I wanted to also thank my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful co-host.
I'm blushing here. I'm your co-host, Shane Lukas. And you can follow me at shanelukas.com. And again, I want to thank you as well, Tanya, for joining us today and just sharing so much. Your work continues to inspire. And I know there's so much more in your vision that will be done. And we're excited about that. Remember to subscribe and get your friends to subscribe to Power Beyond Pride at powerbeyondpride.com, wherever you get your podcast as well. And you can check out our site.
Power Beyond Pride is a project from A Great Idea, a queer-owned design and content agency. Learn more about them at agreatidea.com.
This episode is produced by A Great Idea and Shane Lukas. That'd be me. Smita Sarkar is our project developer. Our editor is Jared Redding with support from Ian Wilson.
And we are both here as your podcast hosts. Yet again, I am Mattie Bynum. Then we have Miss Shane Lukas. And you can catch me at Mattie Simone 737 on Instagram, Mattie Bynum on Facebook. Send us questions or comments at powerbeyondpride.com. And we will always be there to answer, unlike Shane.
Absolutely. And we look forward to queer change making with you, Tanya, with you, Mattie, with all of our listeners at Power Beyond Pride.